Though our next guest says Speaker Mike Johnson's House Republican conference is in the midst of what he's calling a, quote, low-grade rebellion. Well, joining us right now is Jake Sherman, Punchbowl News' co-founder and an NBC News and MSNBC political contributor. Good morning to you.
To know, Andrew, it's like, and we wrote in the newsletter this morning, it's like a balloon. You push too hard on one side, the other side could pop. Conservatives don't think this bill goes far enough. They want deeper cuts to Medicaid, a quicker onset of the IRA tax credits going away. Some want to rip the IRA out totally. That's the Inflation Reduction Act. Some of those tax credits are incredibly important to investors. Transferability of those credits completely gone in this bill. Conservatives want to speed that up. On the other side, you have moderates who don't want any of those things, and that's a challenge. Also of humongous interest, the biggest issue outstanding is the deductibility of state and local taxes, which is a massive thing for, number one, New Yorkers, New Jerseyans, people from my home state of Connecticut, Californians. And also, quite honestly, it's the thing that could sink this bill, because New Yorkers feel like their political lives are on the line if they don't get this right. And those are the people who make the House majority, Andrew. So a lot of competing priorities for Mike Johnson. He plans to bring this bill to the House Budget Committee today. I don't know if the House Budget Committee could clear this bill. There are 4 people who say they won't vote for it in the House Budget Committee, and he just could lose 1 vote in that committee to get this thing passed.
So, Jake, you just mentioned the SALT issue, and there are some who are saying that, that Johnson, the leadership should just call their bluff and say, okay, sure, you're not going to support this, fine. Then there's no bill, and your constituents are going to get a tax hike anyway. Why do they have so much leverage? I understand that they say we helped elect this speaker, we were the ones who helped deliver this and all that. But literally the options are, okay, so there's no bill and your taxes are going up, or you can take what's on the table.
I think that analysis is completely wrong. There is 0% chance, that this Republican Congress, if this specific bill goes down, there is no chance that they're going to let the rates snap back to pre-2017. Impossibility, not going to happen. You have to think of it from the SALT people's perspective. January 1, 2026, there is unlimited deductibility of state and local taxes. They hold the cards here, not Johnson. And I know Johnson and the leadership understand that the SALT caucus's leverage is pretty unlimited here. So let me also put it another way. If you are a moderate from any of those places, from New York, someone like Mike Lawler, Andrew Garbarino, Nick LaLota from Long Island, this bill is a massive political risk for you. You are betting that keeping tax rates the same and cutting Medicaid is a good political move. There are a lot of people who would look at that and say this is a no-brainer, vote against it. So they should, in my estimation, a lot of people's estimation, hold out for the best deal they can. Right now, the Ways and Means Committee offered offered to raise that $10,000 deductibility to $30,000. The SALT folks want something closer to $40,000. If I were them, I would push this even further, to be honest with you. They're doing a favor to the leadership by negotiating, because the alternative is we take this to December, meaning this bill fails, they go to December, they pass a tax bill that's probably going to extend all the current rates anyway without Medicaid, and the SALT cap would go away. If I were them, just from a strategic point of view, I would take this to December. I would call the leadership's bluff and say, you have no cards. We're the ones who make your majority. We're going to hold out for the best deal possible. Or we could take this to December and the SALT deductibility goes to unlimited. So I think that's the wrong analysis.
Okay.